in reality are people who are dogs of the hellfire or dogs of the people of the hellfire. From their characteristics, my respected brothers and sisters, is that these people, from among them shall appear the Dajjal, the false Messiah. And the Dajjal is a very important topic. And we ask Allah in the future that we address this topic, because there are many misconceptions about the Dajjal. We have a book that has been written by an author who said that the television is the Dajjal, and we seek refuge in Allah from such ignorance. But the false Messiah is to come from the major signs of the Day of Judgment. But we have been told by our beloved Prophet Al-Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wasallam, on the authority of Ibn Umar, that who said, "Kullama kharaja qan quti'," every time they appear, they will be cut. And he said this akthar min 20 marra, and he said this more than 20 times, hatta, until yakhruj fi i'radihim al-dajjal, that appears amongst them the false Messiah, the Dajjal. Ibn Taymiyyah, Shaykh al-Islam, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy upon him, he explains and he says concerning this hadith, فَإِنَّهُ قَدْ أَخْبَرْ فِي غَيْرِ هَذَا الْحَدِيثِ, that indeed it has been narrated in other than this narration, أَنَّهُمْ لَا يَزَالُونَ يَخْرُجُونَ إِلَى الزَّمَنِ الدَّجَّالِ, that they will not cease to appear until the coming of the Dajjal. Stopping there for a moment, I'd like to ask a couple of questions. I've been talking incessantly, non-stop for the last, 10-15 minutes? Yes? Time for me to take a break, you agree? Yes? So I'm going to ask some questions to the brothers and the sisters, yes? I have spoken of at least 4 or 5 different characteristics of the Dajjal. And from the characteristics, the first of the characteristics was the brothers. Sorry? Excellent. They are young and ignorant. Can somebody else tell me what else did I mention about them? From the brothers. Then we'll go to the sisters. Brother. No, hold on. You've answered already, isn't it? Let somebody else answer. Somebody else who hasn't answered from the brothers, answer. Let's start. Excellent. From this hadith we said, no. We said something else in this hadith. Hold tight onto that. Hold tight onto that. We'll get back to you next one. Somebody else, we said something about them. Before I start choosing people. You've answered the question already, isn't it? Actually, you cheated, brother. I should penalize you because you said it out loud without raising your hand. Brother.
The dogs of the hellfire?
No. From the first characteristic, that they are young and they are foolish. I said something. See, the sisters have their hands up. From the brothers. It was late, yeah. You shouldn't do that, bro. From the sisters. Go ahead, anyone.
Sister, quick answer, inshallah.
Excellent. One of the characteristics of these people I mentioned, that they will use the best of speech, which is the Quran. In the 1960s and the 1950s, when socialist ideology was prominent and exploded in Africa and Asia, and many countries coming out from the cloak of colonialization and imperialism, one of the ideologies that people turned to was socialism. At that time, people would say they were socialist. Somalia, Siad Barre was a socialist. We have many liberation struggles that were socialist. It's a reality on the ground. At that time, people would say, Karl Marx said, like socialists do today. If you have somebody from the Socialist Workers' Party and the Communist Party, when they argue, what do they use? Karl Marx said. These people don't come and say Karl Marx said. They say Allah and His messenger said. So he said that one of the things that they were young, that they were also ignorant, and they would use the best of speech, which is the Quran. Secondly, we said, this brother here, that they are excellent. We said that they recite the Quran, it doesn't go past their throats. Why? Huh? Okay, that's something. One of the sisters? Excellent, well done. Brothers, I want to say the sisters, mashallah, they're listening. Yes? And this is why I did this. To make sure people are awake, people are not sleeping. Yes? People are listening to what I'm saying. I like to talk a lot, and I can continue talking for 2-3 hours, non-stop. But I want people to benefit. So one of the things that we said, they may recite the Quran, but they neither understand it or understand its meaning. Another characteristic, let's go back to the brothers. We said that they, before that they, excellent, they have a predilection, they have a disposition towards leaving Islam. Last of all, last characteristic, sisters, excellent, that they are the dogs of the hellfire, or they are dogs of the people of the hellfire. Another characteristic, brothers and sisters, we are saying these characteristics not just to fill up the time. Yes? We are saying these characteristics for 2 reasons. Reason number 1, when you see these people on television, you realize they may look glamorous, but in the scales of the Sharia, they're not glamorous. How does Allah look at them? The actions that they do, the day of judgment, what will their actions be? Something they get good deeds for, or something they get bad deeds for? The other reason is that when we see people talking, speaking about Islam, if we see some of these characteristics, straight away we can be aware. Our antennae raise and we realize we have to be careful of these people. Another characteristic of the Khawarij, that they are the worst of creation. On the authority of Abi Dharr, may Allah be pleased with him, who said that our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Hum sharrul khalq wal khaliqa," that they are the worst of creation and the creatures. They are the worst of creation and creatures. This is what the Prophet told us about the Khawarij. He also told us sallallahu alaihi wasallam in another hadith that they are sharru qatla qutilu tahta dim as-sama, that they are the worst of those people killed under the canopy of the skies. They are the worst of people killed under the canopy of the skies. This is the Khawarij. This leads us on now to the second important part of my discussion today. How long do I have, brother? 10 minutes? Yeah. Can I ask the brother who's giving the next talk, can I extend it for 5?
No, we're going to have a break after.
Okay, no. Can I extend it?
How long?
I need another like 5-10 minutes after that.
So 15, yeah?
Is that okay? Okay, barakallahu feekum. After knowing that the Khawarij are those, that schism, that sect that left the mainstream body of Islam, till today they are on the same thing. The question comes to us, who are the Khawarij today? There are a number of groups and organizations that are Khariji, they are from the Khawarij. From amongst them, and of course if there are questions, we may take the questions, are the following organizations. Al-Jamaat al-Ikhwan al-Muslimin, the Muslim Brother Organization, and it's considered to be the mother of the contemporary Khawarij. Why? If you ask me the question, I'll elaborate later on. From the Ikhwan al-Muslimin comes an organization which is known as Jamaat al-Islamiyya or Jamaat al-Muslimun, or in common parlance known as a Takfeeri wa Hijrah, known to people as Jamaat Takfeeri wa Hijrah. Another organization is known as Jama'at Jihad. In the 90s, they are the ones who killed some foreign tourists who came to the temple of Hatshepsut. They came there and they slaughtered them in cold blood. Another Khariji organization which we all have heard of is Al-Qaeda, led by Osama bin Laden and Ayman Zawahiri. One of the leading Khariji organizations today is an organization is known as the so-called Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant. They are a Khariji organization for so many reasons, and I'm sure the brother will not give me extra time to say why, but I will go through some of them. One of them, why we should be aware of this group and some of the mistakes of this group, not necessarily just linked to them being Khawarij, is that their leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is majhul, he's unknown. Who is Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi? If I was to say to you Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, or Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, or Umar ibn al-Khattab, may Allah be pleased and have mercy upon them all, we can tell you when they were born, where they were born, and how they died. As for Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, who's Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi? For all you know, 5 years ago, he could have been a break dancer. It's possible. I'm not denigrating the man. He could have been somebody who owned a discotheque. He's unknown. So how can this man, who is unknown, all of a sudden become the leader of the Muslims?